So I have this heat-friendly synthetic wig. It's one of my all-time favorite wigs, and I wear it all the time. But the curl is starting to go out of it a little bit. I think maybe because I tuck it behind my ear all the time. I'm not really sure. I've had this wig for a really long time, and that can happen over time. So I thought we could do something together today. I have this brand new product from Envy called the Envy Airstyler. This is a 3-in-1 or maybe a 4-in-1 product with lots of attachments that was specifically designed to work on all types of wigs: human hair, regular synthetic, and heat-friendly synthetic. I haven't tried the curling iron attachment yet. You want to try it with me? Let's do it. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I would like to thank Name Brand Wigs for making this video possible. They sent me the Airstyler months and months ago so that I could have a chance to give it a try and see what I thought, because let's face it, wig styling is really challenging, and if you wear every type of hair fiber, wig fiber, as I do, having to have different tools for different types of wigs can not only be expensive, but take up a lot of room. So if there is one tool that will work on all of it, I'm a fan already. I have not had an opportunity to really give this one a try, and I have been wearing this wig a lot recently, and I noticed I've lost some curl. Now, I don't mind. I do really tuck this an awful lot, and so to me, that is just fine, but I thought no better opportunity to give this a try than this wig right here. Her name is Trend. She's from 𝘪, and I have her in the color 17/23/R8. Truly one of my all-time favorites, made with heat-friendly synthetic fibers, and I really hope this works. Before we start working on Trend, I just want to explain the Airstyler a little bit more, just so that you have a sense of everything that I can do. So we're going to use this curling iron attachment, but it also has a small little hot air brush attachment, which maybe this would be a great option to use as well. I'm not really sure. We're kind of figuring this out together on the fly. I'm no styling expert, I promise. So if this works for me, it's going to work for a lot of people. So let me take off this attachment right here. There is a little lever in the back. There we go. I just hadn't clicked it on fully. And then we've got this attachment right here. So this attachment is one of my favorites for refreshing the ends of a heat-friendly synthetic wig. I have a video showing how I do that. What wig was it? Straight Up with a Twist from Raquel Welch. It's not this tool, because back when I did that a year and a half ago or something like that, I didn't have this tool, but I used a hot air brush that's similar, and it worked like a charm. So this is a great, great option, especially for longer pieces, straight, maybe slightly wavy. It can apply the heat that you need when the ends start to get a little frayed and frizzy from friction. All right, so I am going to take off Trend, and we are going to do this on a mannequin head. I will adjust the camera so you can see, but one of the huge benefits of wearing wigs is that you can style them off your head. And if you struggle with any type of mobility issue or arthritis, have trouble standing, being able to do hairstyling off your head is priceless. It really is. Let me adjust the camera for you guys. So as you can see, this right here is really straight compared to the soft wave over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with just a little bit of water. I do not want to get this soaking wet because I don't want to have to hold the heat tool in place so long in order to dry it. But water is such a great tool to use on either heat-friendly or synthetic wigs, because it creates a little bit of a steam environment as it evaporates, and that can really help with restyling. I tend to use water on these instead of any type of a heat protectant. That's just my preference. And I'm going to switch this one out. So we're going to use the curling iron attachment. Just find, all right, snapped it into place. Now we have got multiple settings on here. I've got a high, a medium, and a low heat setting. And then we've got a low and a high fan setting. And then we have the cool setting. So the cool setting, the beautiful thing of the cool setting, just make sure that's out of the way. The beautiful thing of the cool setting right here is it's a lever. It's a switch. So it's not a button that you have to hold. So if you struggle with arthritis in your fingers, sometimes holding that button down while you allow it to cool can be a real challenge. I have got a call coming, so let me just dismiss that. All right, so I'm going to turn it on to high heat since this is a heat-friendly synthetic wig, and I'm going to turn it on high fan. This has holes, so it's blowing out air along with the heat. And I'm just going to take a little piece. I'm going to hold it. The instructions say hold it for 20 seconds and then turn the cool shot on for 20 seconds. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, pause. I'm not pausing you guys. I'm doing this all real time. I didn't put it in far enough to the clamp, so I want to make sure that I've clamped it in far enough. This is a pretty short piece. And this barrel isn't terribly small, so that may pose a bit of a challenge for me on this one. We're going to try it again. I really want you guys to see real time what I'm doing, but I also wanted you guys to see that I am not an expert at all. So if I can do this, and that remains to be seen, then anybody can do it, I promise. So let's do it again. So high heat, high fan. I don't want to grab too much hair because I don't want to make it harder for it to curl if I've got too much. I don't actually know what the right amount is. All right, I just want to make sure that little piece stays out. So 20 seconds, which is going to feel like an eternity to you guys. But I do think it's important that you see this in real time. I think it's really easy to assume we've got some special trick or skill that you don't have, and it's absolutely not true. Well, at least not true for me. All right, I think we're coming up on 20 seconds. So now I'm going to take that cool lever and I'm going to turn it on to cool, and I'm going to hold it for another 20 seconds. So 40 seconds of just staring at the screen. I've got a little timer going down on my clock with the video, so I'm just watching that. All right, so now I'm actually going to shut off the fan, and that means I don't have to scream at you guys anymore. And I'm actually going to hold it in place just for another few seconds because the cooling, I cannot overstate this. Curling, synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic, the cooling process is the most critical. And it's one of the reasons why I don't have any videos showing how to curl these types of wigs, because I don't have the, well, I have the skill or the patience. Oh goodness, you guys, look at that. We got a curl. Yes, we do. So a couple of thoughts on this. This may not have been the perfect wig to show you guys because the curl pattern on here isn't like a perfect curl. It's more of a wave and the hair is pretty short. And this barrel is not super small. For something like this, I probably needed a bit of a smaller barrel. My guess is this is about a 1-inch barrel and I probably could have used a 0.75, but it's what we've got. So we're just going to work with it. So I'm actually going to throw her on for you guys. Let me just keep going with real time. I don't want anybody thinking I did something off camera. I'm really not going to do that to you guys. So I got to get this up. Please forgive the shaking. We're not pausing it. There's one thing I struggle a lot with in this online world is Well, not everybody's honest, and so there's a lot of skepticism. It's well-deserved skepticism, but I don't want you guys missing out on the potential of something great just because not everybody's honest. So there is that piece that I curled right there. You can see that it has curl. And now I'm just gonna do this. While it's not the same curl pattern, again, I will not be able to get that same curl pattern with fibers this short. It is not as straight as it was, which helps a lot. Look at that. I think that helps a lot because it was so obviously super straight and now it has a bend in it, which to me really makes a difference. Now what I can do is I can actually do the same thing over on the other side, and then both sides will have that same little flip, and that will look really intentional. Honestly, you guys, I am so impressed by how that worked. I have not been able to get a curling iron to work for me, and I think what's really been missing is that air component and the cool component. So I'm gonna go do it and then come back. So I want you to take a good look. I'll be right back. I'm back. I've done both sides now. They both look really similar, and I'm super thrilled with this. Like I said, I have not been able to do this with any other tools so far. Part of it is just, I don't know, my impatience, my lack of skill. I know plenty of women can curl synthetic wigs great with the tools that they have. And if that's you, then maybe you don't need something like this. But if you've struggled or been too afraid to try, a tool like this just might give you what you need to be successful. And one of the reasons why you might want to do something like this is because you may need to revive a wig that is getting older. If you have a wig that you wear a lot and you've noticed that the ends are starting to look worse for wear, the curl is starting to fall, then instead of having to replace the wig entirely, you could use something like this and refresh it and get a lot more life out of it. So to me, that makes a tool like this worth it. I think it did great. What else do you want me to tackle with this tool? I would love to make additional videos, so tell me what you'd like to see. But as far as trend and the issues I've had at the side of my face goes, this did exactly what I needed it to do. So I will give it a 2 thumbs up. If you have experience with this, leave it in the comments. And if there's anything else you'd like to see using the Envy Airstyler, leave that in the comments as well. Thanks for watching, you guys. And don't forget about name brand wigs. I can save you 30% off this tool, and I'll make sure there's a coupon code in the description. See you soon.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.